Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Humanity, I have to remind you with a celestial obligation. My celestial obligation is to remind every human being that you are Muslims. Creation on Mother Planet Earth called human beings, identified as human beings, you are all Muslims. With that, it's required of you as individuals, because you are created as individuals. It's required of you to honor and respect the beauty to life. Life is a religion. Life is a very, very beautiful religion. And that most holy, beautiful religion is Islam. Today, we are going to continue with we are going to look at hazardous practices of fitna. Hazardous, deadly practices of fitna. Fitna is very deadly. Fitna is a practice which men have kind of over the 11th centuries promoted through either religious theologies, what you call it's not religious but theologies, dirty theologies or dirty beliefs, which we are kind of deemed to be men who promoted them as or beautified them as things that were normal practices. In this, we looked at slavery was one of them, and is still one of the major threat that are kind of attached in the 2025. Slavery is still high on the list of things that have kind of damaged every integrity, desecrated every beauty of integrity and beauty to life, as well as dignities of human beings. With that, we are going to look at human trafficking. A few days ago, we saw that, and I will extend my heart, broken heart, to every Philippine child, every Philippine mother, especially to my mother Imelda and his son Junior Marcos, and to the entire people of Philippines, that what happened should kind of be understood and kind of interpreted to you in a verse, of which I'm going to say that when Mother Nature speaks, many of you human beings, you never be able to understand the language of Mother Nature, let alone a chicken in your compound. A chicken in your compound, when it speaks, none of you can understand that language. So with that, I say I'm heartbroken. I'm trying to work out, but with what I'm going to say may kind of open the eyes of men all over the world to be able to understand that men and women, boys and girls on this planet were Muslims. Being a Muslim is like having a flower. When you have a flower in your on your window in your bedroom, that flower is the religion is Islam. The flower that has petals and beautiful colors in a small pot in your bedroom, its religion is Islam. And that flower saying to you, okay, you brought me here, I'm a Muslim, but also those human beings out there their religion, the rest of human beings, their religion is Islam. Even though in 2025, it just comes you to, as I don't know, as a, whatever, that a flower that you look at every day. It's the religion is pure Islam. And when you look at that flower, whenever you look at it, you smell it, you look at it, you smell it, you fall in love with it endlessly. The same way, Mother Nature says to you, indeed, this is Islam. This flower, its beauty, its whatever is telling you that this is the beauty of Islam. Beautiful rhythms and fragrances of perfume and colors. And sometimes, with beautiful minds and souls, when you put a flower in your room, it sings a song. It sings a song that men cannot understand. But also, in its whatever it has, it's the way it's said to you, adios amigos, when it withers and goes away. So with that, life is a very, very beautiful religion. But we are going to look at human trafficking and what happened in Philippines, or what is going on around the world. My people, whatever that catastrophes and calamities that you look at, they are what we call very, very hard questions asked by this mother of every living human being, Mother Planet Earth. When she asks that question, the sun in the sky asks the same question. The moon asks the same question. And it says, what kind of life men and women on Mother Planet Earth do you want? What kind of life? Or which favors of Allah will you deny, you men and women living on Mother Planet Earth? When you take, you've allowed that the practices of fitna, of human trafficking to flourish in countries like the Philippines. I wouldn't blame Philippines because they've been under this state of gang, people of what you call gangs of pimps in every corner of Philippine street, saying we are agencies for looking for workers, domestic workers for the Middle East, domestic workers in America, domestic workers in Europe, nurses in Europe, as far as going as looking for teachers and whatever. So time and time again, the Philippines have been stripped naked by human beings when they take away every beauty, that when they take these girls to America, unfortunately, most of them, they never have a chance to return home. Because on their way to America, some of them are kind of lied to by these agencies of pimps. Instead of taking them direct to where they promise that we are taking you to work as a nurse in a hospital in America, they'll ship them to Brazil. And they say, you have to go to work and cross over into the America, the United States of America. So imagine being dropped on a ship or from a ship in Brazil. But to cross from Brazil to Mexico, the border with whatever, you have to use your foot. That's what these gangs do to you. And before they do that to you, they will strip naked of you any money that you had in the Philippines, on which you used to survive with your little children. So you left children there, They don't know where you are. You are either in a container somewhere in between Philippines and Europe, in between Philippines and Britain, in between Philippines and Canada or America. So the kids are starving on the street. Ya Allah, ya Allah, ya Allah, ya Allah, ya Allah. My people, human beings. Mothers who carry these children for 9 months. That's why I say, my people, there are bodies like the UN or United World Health or UNICEF, whatever. Sometimes I look at their activities. There's only, in the UNICEF, there's only one girl who is kind of presents something which is credible. But most of these other agencies are kind of entities for that companies like pharmaceutical and what have you. So with that, the children who are left in Philippines, they don't have anyone to look after them, so they end up on the streets of the Philippines. The government is also kind of, I don't know how to explain this, because when a call was made, it was made by Imelda Marcos, the mother of Junior Marcos, who said to me, my father, my children of the Philippines are dying, and I don't want them to die, all of them, while they forgo the true religion of their beauty, the religion Islam. Because Islam gives you and explains you the beauty, the integrity, the beauty. Your integrity, your beauty, your dignity is in great detail. So it's happening with the Quran. Allah tells you, read the Quran letter by letter, without adding anything of your own interest, so that Allah explains you what it means to be a human living with a flower, a very beautiful flower in your room. Whereas that very beautiful flower is the religion Islam. It does its salah 24 hours a day. While it's doing its salah, Allah gives it perfume, rhythms, life, perfume. Before it departs and it goes back to Allah and says, Ya Allah, I fulfilled my duty to the slave you sent me to. But when you men, whom I'm trying to explain that life is a very, very beautiful religion, engage in deadly, hazardous practices of fitna, whereby you engage in human trafficking. Human trafficking through what we call Pentecostal agencies and whatever. All these are best. If you're to go to Philippines, the central whatever Philippines is usually occupied by men who say we are pastors, preachers. Whereas the genetic and the red and whatever that builds every muscle tissue on every Philippines child and the woman and man, the religion of their bodies is Islam. So when Allah says, ask this question, or Mother Nature asks a question, like, you took our children from here, that they came to work for in America. They went 10 years ago, we've never heard anything from them. Those who stayed in the Philippines, they are being drowned in alcohol, drugs and alcohol and sex, whatever. That the practices. When Mother Nature throws whatever heap of water, say, yeah, what is this that you're doing to my creations? Then some wicked men say, we are here, we think you're a madman. I say, my people, before I existed, nothing, there was nothing in existence. If you provoke me when I'm trying to say, man, put your houses in what we call a clean order. Do what is prescribed by all the divine law according to Islam, or else your bodies, as I said, the religion that abuses every muscle tissue in your bodies is Islam. That sun in the sky Islam religion is Islam. The religion of the area you breathe men and women is pure Islam. That's why I think, would you say, if you ask these men who say they are meteorologists and whatever, where did the typhoon start from? Huh? Can they tell us? Did it walk through whatever? Where did it walk through? Through the air, yeah? Then if the air you breathe and you provoke the anger of Allah and say, we are pimps, gangs of pimps, Pentecost band gangs of pimps in we're hiding the veil of agencies, writing children going to work in America, whereas you're what you call human traffickers. I said to Junior Marcos, make Philippines a Muslim nation and put law never to send anyone abroad unless they're either 22 years old or 30 years old, so that they can explain themselves properly, other than being put in containers. Containers, well, they die before they even get anywhere. After being kind of duped and their little money taken by those gangs which have been in the Philippines for years. I'll continue from here the next time I'm around. I have already left this planet. Oh, I'm not so close to this planet. But wherever I am, I'll keep sending my message. You either listen to me, or we can work out what else to do.